What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Evening Proud for our special segment, our pre-recorded segment. We are here today with a very special guest, Jadin Chris. Jadin Chris, how you doing, my guy?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Man, we living it up, man. We are here.
Yes,
We're
sir.
alive, so it's always good when we got breath in our lungs, right?
That's right.
Yes, sir. So, in case y'all don't know him, this is a up and coming musical artist here in this West Georgia area. And we're going to be talking about some of his journey today, and I'm really excited for it. Maybe he can give us some pointers and different things like that. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right into it, man. So I guess, man, just tell us where did it all start for you? Where did this whole musical thing start for you?
Well, the musical journey, it really started from like when I was a kid. Rest in peace to my stepdad. He introduced me to a lot of different music from, R&B, rap to even the country and rock and stuff. So I grew up listening to a bunch of different genres of music. So you put on anything, I'm here for it. So it started from there, and then I started actually making music myself at 18. I just started making beats just right after high school, and then it progressed into people were telling me, yo, you should put some lyrics over these beats, man. You should record something. And so I tried it out, and ended up sounding okay. And so I kept working at it, and now here we are.
Try something new. Now here we are. That's
That's
what's
right.
up. That's good to hear. So, I guess let's see this then. Do you feel like, as far as music and everything, was it something that, like you say, you listen to a lot of different things, on your upbringing and everything like that. Do you feel like that's what shaped you to really start the journey, or was it like just an epiphany, that's something you just kind of did, or was it something that you feel like you always had that talent there, and it was just unlocked later on, or how was that? Do you think it was something natural, or something that was just kind of groomed over time?
I think it was natural, but it was also like hearing the support from my family and friends of hey, you can actually sing. I've heard you sing, you should sing. And so or even my friends that are more into rap, they're like, bro, you should try to rap a little bit. It was I've always wanted to do it since I was a kid.
Absolutely.
But having the support from the people around me really pushed me to go for it.
Absolutely. Well, okay, take us back to that first song, because obviously whenever you do something new in life, be music or whatever it is, that first time you do something, it's always kind of, it's kind of nervousness. Take us to those emotions and those feelings that you were feeling, when you first started with your first song. How was that? Was it something that you felt comfortable in? Were you confident? Were you fearful? Were you, how was that with that first song that you ever made? And could you tell us that first song that you can recall that you made?
Yeah, I remember the first one. The first one I attempted to make, at least I deleted it. It's nowhere to be found. But the first one that I actually put out, I was pretty nervous to put it out, honestly, because it was I don't know how people are gonna receive this. I don't know if they're gonna like it, hate it, So I was nervous, yeah, for sure. But it was very different than what I make now. I'll say that.
Very different, yeah.
Yeah.
So do you see the growth, because you've been doing this now for, you said you started, roughly out of high school as far as, with beats, and then eventually you moved on to adding lyrics, to different beats. Do you see the growth from when you first started to now? Do you feel like you've grown?
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like I've grown a lot because, man, when I said, that first song, that was a trial run.
A little trial run.
Yeah, but yeah, now I sound much more professional with it. My vocals sound way better, beat selection, all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I love it.
That's good. How would you, everybody, I feel like everybody has their style, whatever genre you're singing in, everybody has their stylistic approach to said, style of music, so whether that be hip hop, you got different styles of hip hop, or, country, or even pop. What would you say is your style? Would you say that it's modeled after anybody, or is it kind of pieces from other people that you just kind of molded into your own little, thing? How is that for you? What's your style, if I may?
My style is more on the side of R&B, trap soul, that area. But I've taken, my music is pretty much the culmination of so many artists that I've listened to over the years. From Chris Brown's a big one. Bryson Tiller, of course, with the Trap Soul vibe, a big one. Even as far back, to Michael Jackson and Prince and that era. Just a lot of influences that have come together to make
Right.
my sound.
Right, of course. Do you try to incorporate, with these, people you just named, some of these people are legends. Do you try to incorporate, these people inside your music or inside, inside your music? Do you try to incorporate that style that they took, their approach to it, to the game of music? Did you try to, approach it in the same way? And did you include certain elements that we would be able to recognize as an audience that, hey, he got this from, such and such, or this person or that person?
I think I did not necessarily purposely incorporate their specific style. I took some pieces from the recording style of Michael Jackson, the recording style of Prince, the recording style of Chris Brown, along with many other artists that I've watched over the years, and I kind of just brought it all together, really. So it's a lot of people combined into one to make me.
Okay. And, I think there's a saying, I may be butchering it, hopefully not, but I think you'll understand when I say it, but I think it goes something along the lines, there's no success story without a stop at failure. So I guess, as far as your career and your journey thus far, talk about those hiccups and those tough times where, maybe you wanted to quit, or maybe you lost your confidence, or lost that, that drive to want to keep making music. Can you take us through a time where you may have experienced that, and how you as an individual, as an artist, overcame that?
Yeah, so it was probably after about a year-ish of making beats, not even like putting my actual vocals over the song, making beats. It was like I wasn't getting much traction, so it was just a small crowd of people listening, particularly people that were that I knew, my friends, family, and stuff like that. But I that was the first time where I was really like, I don't know if this is for me. Like, it's not working out. Maybe I should just quit. But of course I kept going, and I've had other times as well where I'm like, man, this is not getting the traction that I thought it would. Nobody's really listening, But
Yeah.
but I've grown and grown and grown over the past few years. So it I just keep reminding myself, don't give up, man.
Just keep on going.
Yeah.
I respect that. Now, what about this? And I want to highlight this point. I think it's very important to highlight, because not too many people really take this approach when it comes to music. So you're basically you're doing everything independently right now.
Right.
You are your team. The team is you.
Yeah.
Right now. And so with that being said, to be able to listen to your music and to listen to what you've been able to produce, and to really just sit back and think that, oh, this is one person doing all of these things, mixing and the vocals and all of this. How is that for you? Do you feel like there's a pro to it or a con to it, as opposed to having your own team? How do you like that? And do you see yourself in the future ever having a team, or do you like the solo gig right now? You like to be independent? How's that for you?
There's pros and cons to having a team and to being by yourself, because being by yourself, you can make every single decision how you want it. But it's also harder being by yourself, because you have to do everything yourself. So I honestly would prefer to have a team. I would love to have even just one other person that, for helping me with the editing of videos and stuff. Because I've put out one music video and I edited that myself.
Mm-hmm.
So it was that was a learning experience. So it's a lot trying to do it by yourself. So there's definitely pros and cons to it, but so far I just kept pushing, and hopefully we can grow.
Yeah, definitely a lot more legwork, I would say. You're doing a lot of that heavy lifting by yourself initially, but it paid dividends in the long run being independent. As opposed to and correct me if I'm wrong, but having a team initially, less load to pick up. But in the long run, Not saying that it's necessarily a bad thing, but you don't see the I guess the turnaround as far as like what you get back from it, because you got to distribute credit and money and everything like that to multiple people as opposed to yourself, right?
Right, right. So yeah, I guess that's one of the that's one of the cons, but really is the money's not really
Right,
my
right.
worry. I just want things to be good. I just want my music to sound good. I just want to like please the fans, that kind of thing. So
Absolutely.